Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my show, Juicing with Jade, where I show you how to incorporate freshly squeezed juice and clean foods into your daily meal plan and lifestyle. Doesn't matter what your diet type is, I still have a freshly pressed juice for you and a clean food idea. So what I'm doing right now for the top of 22, and Happy New Year to all of you, is a water fast. So you may have seen some of my other videos about water fasting that I've done in the past. And if you haven't, be sure to open up that description box below where I'll leave a link to some of my other water fasts. You can kind of get some tips and ideas if this is a journey that you want to start with me as well for this year of 2022. So right now it's February, it is my birthday month, and I said to myself, you know, I want to do something a little different at the beginning of my birthday month. So I decided a water fast would be the best thing for me. So I will be vlogging my water fast journey, and I'm trying to do it as in real time as possible. So today is February 1st, 2022, and it is my day one of my water fast. So my last meal last night was pretty late. It was about, I want to say 9 or maybe 8 o'clock, around 8, or I probably finished eating around 9 o'clock. So it was a pretty late meal, but I had a baked potato, some baked broccoli, and baked asparagus. So that was my dinner, and I had some red wine. So that was my dinner before starting my fast. Now, would I recommend you ending or starting your fast that way? No, but I'm used to doing fasts, so my body kind of adjusts pretty quickly. But I will include my other water fasting video that gives you lots of tips on how to start a water fast and actually how to break a water fast. So you really do want to transition yourself from processed foods and meats and things like that, and dairy if that's what your diet is typically consisting of, or if your diet is heavy in those food items. So you do want to start to transition off those before starting a water fast so that the detox symptoms aren't that severe for you. So definitely open up the description box and click on that video if you've never done a water fast before, or if you need a reminder on some water fasting tips on how to start a water fast and things to do along that process. As you progress through the water fast and you detox your body, your mind will get clear, your creativity will increase, your focus will sharpen, your mental focus will sharpen. So I want to detox my body, increase my creativity, fine-tune my mental focus so that I can move further in the projects that I'm currently working on. So as you see on day one of the water fast, you know, I seem to be doing okay. Like, I'm not hungry at this point. It's almost afternoon. I'm not hungry yet. My last meal was last night. I probably finished eating around 9 o'clock. So it was kind of late when I finally finished eating. But right now, I still have those stores in my body of carbohydrates because I had a baked potato and some broccoli and asparagus and some red wine. So I still have those sugars in my body. So right now, I'm feeling good. You know, I feel regular. I can go do some activities. I'm not hungry yet. And I actually haven't even had my first sip of water yet. But as soon as I get thirsty, I'm going to drink some water. So one tip that I want to give you, if you have not started a water fast before, is to definitely open up the description box and look at my other video that talks about one of my prior water fasts and some of the signs and symptoms that you may experience during a water fast, because a water fast will cause your body to detox. With the water fast, you're not eating. So when I tell people about a water fast and they say, well, when you say water fast, what do you mean? Like just water or water and food? And no. So let me clarify. A water fast is just water. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, delicious, clear, crisp water. Now you can have that water how you want. So do you want to boil your water, make some tea? Do you want to have it on some ice and make it cold, or do you want to have it room temperature? My preference is to start with some room temperature water, but right now for me, since I'm in the Midwest and it's still winter because it's February, so it is very, very cold, I would do the room temperature water, and I'm also going to make some occasional warm water or tea with no sugar, no honey, no agave, no sweeteners at all. So it would just kind of be hot tea, just plain hot tea, and maybe just some room temperature water. And if I get warm or something, I can always have ice water. So It is water in different variations, just water. Now, one thing that you do want to be mindful of when starting a water fast is making sure that you transition properly. So for me, I have actually gotten off of meat products prior to starting my water fast. So at the beginning of January, I stopped eating meat products. I was still eating some dairy along, of course, with drinking my juice, but I would still eat regular whole foods. So when I transitioned off the meat, I found myself eating a little bit more carbs than I would like to, but that's just what my body did as I transitioned off. So I was eating a little bit more pasta, a little bit more rice. I was eating beans, salads, drinking my juice. So now I'm transitioning off everything and just going straight to my water. So you want to make sure that if you are a meat eater, you're getting off your meat, you're getting off your dairy, get off those processed carbohydrates, and focus more on your fruits and vegetables and freshly pressed juice before going into your water fast, especially if you've never done one before, because water fasting will detox your body. So let's talk about those detox symptoms. During my last water fast, some of the detox symptoms that I experienced included lots of belching. Oh, let me tell you, I belch. But the belching didn't come till probably like day 4. And so what I realized is that this little sphincter that you have here is the lower esophageal sphincter. It wasn't closing all the way. Sometimes when you're drinking quite a bit of water, at least this has been my experience. Not everybody goes through this, so it doesn't mean that you will go through this. But my experience was that sphincter was not closing all the way, so it was causing air to come back, which was making me belch. And after a while, without having food on my stomach, only the water, when I would belch, it would be uncomfortable. So eventually on that last fast, which if you can go back and take a look at that, I had to stop my fast because I was just too uncomfortable. But not everybody experiences that. So here's a disclaimer. Before you begin on any water fasting journey, please consult your healthcare provider for any advice that they may need to give you based on your medical condition. Now, does that mean they will be able to give you sound advice on a water fast? No, but just consult with them prior to starting your water fast journey, and definitely do your research on water fasting and how to start a water fast and how to end a water fast. Those things are very important because water fasting does detoxify your body. And detox symptoms can be very challenging. It can be very uncomfortable. And for some people, it can be scary if you haven't experienced your body going through those changes. And if you are in conversation with or getting consultation from someone who is not familiar with the water fast, it may sway you, or you might get false or not correct information on the water fast. So be sure to do your own due diligence and do your research prior to starting a water fast, and take your time and go slowly and enjoy the process. Water fasting for me is a way of life. I think it's important for us to take a moment to rest our body just from being encumbered with so many food and food items, especially those food items that are inflammatory and when used in excess or taken in excess can cause us to become ill. So what I'm referring to is processed foods, packaged foods, very salty, very fatty, very sugary foods, animal products in too much excess. All those things cause inflammation in the body. Prolonged inflammation is going to lead to dis-ease in the body. And then you see the formation of illnesses and diseases. And then what happens? You're going off to the doctor to get evaluated and to get treated with something synthetic. When what you really should do is focus on taking these breaks at some point in your life, some point through the year, and go on a water fast. And it doesn't have to be long. You can have a short water fast. You can water fast for a day, for 24 hours. You can water fast for 12 hours. Now, how many days am I going to water fast? I don't know. Like, I don't have a set number of days right now. I just want to get in the water fast and watch my body transition, watch my mind, my mood, and look at what symptoms I will experience during this water fast and simply share those with you. So that is my mission. You know, I mentioned that I do want more creative focus and mental focus, which water fasting will give me that. I also want more spiritual clarity and enlightenment. Water fasting will give you that. I also want to decrease some of the bloating that I've had in my belly from too much celebratory foods during the holidays and celebrating with friends and family. So I do want to decrease that as well, because water fasting will help with that, because your body's just going to eat up all the excess. Anything that's excess that your body doesn't need, any congestion in your body, water fasting will help heal that. And also, which is very, very important, is the fact that we're still dealing with viruses. We're still in the middle of that. And from what I've heard through news reports is that there's going to be more variants coming our way. So I really want to strengthen my body, my mind, my spiritual energy, my vibration. And I do want to take you along to encourage you to do the same things for yourself, so that as these variants keep rolling out, you have your own personal tool through water fasting to help you through those challenging times, because it will heal your body. Water fasting will fight off viruses, bacteria, and fungi, because it will eventually eat up those infectious processes within the body, because there's no food there. So your body is going to eat up all the glucose that your body has, the sugars that's in your body first. Then it's going to start eating up unnecessary things that you don't need, which include extra fat tissue. It's going to eat that up. It's going to use the fat for fuel. It's also going to eat up any like tumors and abnormal things that's in your body that your body does not need, that should not be there. Those foreign things that may have accumulated in your body from our nutrition and things like that. So water fasting is going to help reverse those things. So get on this journey of water fasting so you'll know how to heal yourself naturally. Now, what type of water should you drink? Definitely make sure that your water is filtered. You know, you want to use some filtered water. I will be drinking distilled water mixed with spring water, which is a purified water. So I will drink distilled water and some purified spring water. So I'll be alternating with the two. But you want to make sure that you have some filtered water. I'm not sure if you have good well water or tap water in your region, but if you don't, you're going to have to buy you some filtered water, some purified water, just so that you're not putting toxic water back into your body as you're trying to detox off the toxins. So if you have decided to join me on this water fasting journey for 2022 and get your life in line and raise your vibration and detox off those toxic substances and going on in your life, and make sure that you're putting yourself in a position to fight these variants, then leave a comment. Leave a comment below to let me know how you're doing, and if you have any questions or concerns or anything that you want to share with me that I can give you some suggestions on, please put your comment below. Don't forget to open up the description box as well so that you can see the other videos that I have made about water fasting to give you more direction on how to start this journey for yourself. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and always subscribe so you can stay in tune with me on this water fast vlog for the month of February. Until next time.